Episode 5, Cedar Pollen. What happens here? It's the cells trying to respond to something they see as a threat, which is really just pollen. And the body doesn't remember how to do it. And everyone's doing their job, but it doesn't work, wrong. And memory T cell is confused about everything and has the legends book. So let's go through this. It's your body's overreaction to something that is harmless. So they don't know what it is. It's harmless, you know? These are the helper T cells. They are commanders and they direct cells to go places based on their enemy. But they don't know the enemy. It's literally a cedar pollen. This is how the mucous membrane is represented, and there's monocytes and macrophages nearby. And that's the cedar pollen hitting like the nose. It was the eyeball membrane. The blink didn't happen in time, which is how things usually are blocked from your eyes. You blink it away, and now they are invading through your eyes, which is how normal germs would invade through your eyes too. Always find herself in the exact area always happen to meet. Interesting, but they never introduced it again. So white blood cells will figure out what the thing is, the antigen, by kind of swallowing it, by covering it with the membrane and absorbing it, and then finds out what it is. So here we see it as him literally biting into it. This is memory cell, and the way that he keeps his memories is through like a legends book and kind of shows you the signs of the infection throughout the episode. This is when they first meet him. Allergens are not harmful. This catastrophe that's shown in the legend is the immune system's actual reaction to it. So it's not even the allergen itself, but it's the overreaction that causes this. Front lines by T cell, and as we see, B cell overreacts and uses extra antibodies when he doesn't need to. Here he comes. There's B cell, and he's going to put his antibodies out in the little squirter gun. See, this antibody is used kind of excessively. Extra antibodies production, the mast cell notices that, and by her protocol, her job is to put out histamine, which is inflammation, and allergic reactions have a lot of inflammation. So she puts out extra histamine than she needs to. There's a lot of confusion within the immune system because everyone's doing their jobs, but it was still an overreaction. There's a much bigger amount of histamine than they anticipated, which is the large rainfall that they were talking about. So it's a lot of extra inflammation, more than that's needed. This histamine that's sent out, the secretion center is damaged, and now the emergency immune system is going to activate, which is a bunch of white blood cells coming through, since histamines make it easier for white blood cells to come through. Oh, never mind, that's not what it is. It's a bunch of sneezing. So histamines make sneezing stimulative, so they sneeze repetitively. You know, you go achoo, achoo, achoo. This is basically it. And you sneeze a lot during your allergies. And there's also nasal congestion. You got a stuffy nose. You have watery eyes because the tears are breaking down. Histamine causes itchy eyes, watery eyes. Basically creates chaos in your body because it doesn't really know what's going on. This is allergies. It's an overreaction. Obviously, this is an overreaction to a harmless cedar pollen. Pill is delivered, so it says for medical use. I think this is to fight the allergies. Let's see. It's medicine. I think it kind of overblasts, though. I'm not sure. Let's see. So this medicine creates like an extra mess. It destroys everything. I don't know why someone would take this. What would be the equivalent to this in the real world? Oh, this is a steroid, which is supposed to suppress the immune system and suppress histamine reactions. So everything that's involved with the immune system, they're supposed to deplete it. Maybe a reference to how steroids are not specific, and even with all this damage, they did get all of the allergen was still released, but it still created a lot of damage today. And steroids can be often misused if they're used too much is used, or if it's used too frequently.